I was very, very encouraged by your talk. I'm really glad I've been here, because my image of Cuba had been that it is a very strongly centralized economy, where if things are not specifically dictated, then they are not allowed. But this is very encouraging, because what we find here is much more, dare I say, libertarian communist style of organizing things. And I just wonder if I've been to Cuba once, whether I've been under complete delusion and self-deception, as the nature of Cuba is much of Cuba's economy organized in this sort of decentralized way.
Well, it's a very, very good question. Remember that we adopt like a agriculture model, your model, that is completely centralized. So, on that time, the government joined revolution with green revolution model. So when we started to discuss all this statement, the people start to see us a little bit strange, with very rare way of thinking. But in practice, it has been possible to see how, in the way that you give choices to farmers, in the decentralized ways, the food increase, diversity increase, smiling increase. So it's a very interesting lesson as well for policymakers.
Throughout the economy?
Yeah. Because unfortunately by fall, it was the way that the people realized in the way to make something different of the rest of the world. But now still, they are a little bit confused. It's part of my role, like a scientist, to show them, to pass all this idea, to pass all this ownership of the idea to them. Because I'm not against family, I'm not against to my government. I'm in favor of that. So that is why for me, because I know if you want to generalize any idea in the peaceful way, you have to say no to your ownership of the idea. So we decide, all my team decide to pass freely to everybody that want to build up something like that. It's the principle that it's not only that I'm talking, but the people and policy making can recreate what they want to do. So it's a lesson, even for international donors, how to build capacity to growing food without external dependency.
Thank you.
I was interested that you'd gone to Mexico, to the Chiapas area of Mexico. That's the Mayan peoples, like in Guatemala, isn't it? And they're very good agricultural, they're very good, particularly with maize, producing maize, up on mountains and what have you. I was wondering why it was that area of Mexico, and whether other people in Mexico are interested, or is it only the Chiapas area?
Well, in Oaxaca was quite successful, in Veracruz. And in Sonora, no at all, because it's a little bit more orientated to American system to produce food. It's a big area, you know, it's more industrialized area. But in the south, it was quite successful.
How did you come to go to Mexico? Were you invited? How did it happen?
Oh, it was simple. Well, the second diversity fair that we did in Cuba, some farmers organization emailed me because they knew that something happened in Cuba. So I invited them to say, come on, and you see, you can make your own conclusion. So they arrived and they realized the same in Cuba, that all conventional system to improve variety and so on never catch the farm. So they realized that that could be a very interesting method for them. And they applied. They called us and we started to work together in Mexico and Cuba in parallel. Yes.
Yeah. As I understand it, you are distributing a great variety of different varieties to the farmers, who then grow them and see what is good for their plot of land for their own interest. Eventually they're going to find one variety or maybe three varieties that suit them. how do you keep the experimentation going? Because those three varieties may not be, in fact, as good as can be achieved.
Yeah.
That's one thing. And the other is, how much cooperation is there between farmers in different places? Do they hold their discoveries to themselves, or do they share and discuss things?
Yeah, this is my role.
Yeah,
This is my job.
yeah,
To be the bridge between farmer
yeah.
and between farmer and the rest of organization, making the stakeholders in general terms in agriculture. This is my job.
Yeah.
So my role changed to be a decision maker about seeds and technology in order to be more proactive to facilitate all the process.
Yeah.
It's true. Some farmers say, no, it's only for me.
Mm.
But it's my role to realize continuously new diversity. And they realize it's good now, but in 3 years' time they realize it's the bad things,
Yeah.
because it's an ongoing process. So you have to release continuously new choices. And you have to get choices from one farmer to other farmer, and vice versa. It's to spread out all the knowledge from the conventional innovation system and the informal innovation system. It's to avoid to talk about informal seed system and formal seed system. It's only one system. It's innovation, national innovation system, growing all this diversity of stakeholders. And the first question is the same. It's providing diversity.
Right.
The people realize that if you want to grow personally, you have to be more social. So it's important to balance
Yeah.
the social and private things.
Excellent.
Sometimes, when the revolution came, they thought that everybody was thinking only in the socialism. Was good 20 years. But after that, it's impossible to maintain only thinking about social thing, because the people lose the incentive to do something. So in this process, in the way that the people get more income, more social recognition, they get more diploma, to say something, it's because we organize some social activities that the people can access to choices. It's a moment like this that the people can share each other all kinds of things, rumors, seats, comments, everything. So it's a balance between private and, when I say private, I'm thinking in the household.
Yeah.
I'm not thinking in such a system in big company. Nothing to do with that.